It's always the ones you would die for. If you wanna sleep, then I guess you can snore. Only my loved ones, that's who I do it for. Don't get out of my skin when you're on my bad side for. Meet me at the top, meet me at the top, whoa. Meet me at the top, meet me at the top, whoa. Girl, let's go. Oh, in that water, girl, let's flow.
That's my little cousin, Yay So Crucial, with the meet me at the top, meet me at the top, whoa. How many of y'all know we're going to the top? We're going, Anjanette Speaks gonna be some one day, y'all. We're going to the top. We're going straight to the top. What's up, everybody? This is Anjanette with Anjanette Speaks. I am so excited for you guys to be here with me today. I'm trying to, do me a favor, housekeeping. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Get those likes up, get that love up, show us some love. Listen, we got a great show lined up for you tonight. And you know I got my girl, my home girl, my sister, my homie. Listen, my heart. I got the 5-starter, y'all. She back. What's up with the 5-starter always being with us? She back. Anjanette Speaks. We got the 5-starter. Yeah, that shit.
Hey, I mean, y'all can't do this without me no more. Come on. Yo, so you let me in the door. It's going down. Hey, what's up, bro? Endure Entertainment. Shout out to y'all and Anjanette Speak. It's your girl, the Firestarter. We about to get into this thing.
We about to get into this. I'm trying to find the. Listen, I'm trying to find the live because I want to share it, but
it's on there. Well, I've shared it from Endure Entertainment. You are live, so it's so awesome. We're getting ready to talk about dating. So y'all better get your questions together because whatever you put in the chat, we are ready to ask because we need to know. Okay, if you're out here in this yellow, pissy, funky dating pool,
because can we talk about that dating pool for a second?
Man, listen.
What is going on in the dating
pool?
So
you gotta say it so I can say the side comment. You say the dating pool is what? You go ahead and say it.
Got mustard colored piss in it,
and I don't even want to put my toe in it. I'm just saying. I don't even want to put my toe in it.
It's like dating.
I gotta find a man and be found or something.
Listen. You gotta put yourself in the position to be found, ma'am.
That's why I'm here today. I'm coming as a beautiful, fabulous, voluptuous lady that I am. Amen.
You better come on.
And I'm getting ready to ask
the beautiful. Wait, say that again. You coming as what?
Beautiful, fabulous, voluptuous lady that I am. Okay, I gotta be found because I work from home. I live at home. I do everything from home. Shop from home. Who gonna find me at home? And so now
say that one more time and say it slow. For the people that be staying at home.
For the people that listen, I understand. I've been working from home for about 3 to 4 years. I've been at home. That's why I'm extra chunky. Okay, a little crunch with this thing. It's reading all about it. Okay, it's a reading all about it.
Nothing wrong with it.
But at the same time, I don't plan on being single for the rest of my life. Yes, I'm single and happy because I'm happy with myself. But I'm not happy about this thing called dating pool. So we're gonna get into it.
Let's get into it real quick because you know people got they little attention span is horrible. So let me ask you something. If someone asked you, what are you looking for in a mate? Give me the top 5 things that you're looking for in a mate.
Great, that's a great question. First thing, he has to know and love God, the God, not whatever God you serve. It's just not going to work for me, right? We got to at least serve the same God, Elohim, God, right? That's number 1. Number 2, I need to be safe with you and from you. We can get into that later, but I need to be safe with you and from you, right? So in other words, I'm a lady in your presence. I don't have to worry about nobody popping off because I'm from Chicago. Listen, I ain't got to look over my shoulder to see if somebody gonna shoot or whatever like that. You putting me inside while we walking, all that good stuff, right? I'm safe from the outside world in your presence, but in your presence, I'm also safe emotionally, mentally, physically with you, right? Those are the points to say. And number 3, great question. There's so many things. Top 3, right? Because it can go down, right? But I would say the next 3 things I have to, man, I want to be excited about being with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so you have to like his personality. You want him to have personality.
Absolutely, be able to have dialogue with you. We enjoying each other company. We're comfortable with each other to be comfortable. You know, that's a great thing. And I just leave it there. I know that last one is a little, on the surface, but absolutely.
Okay. So, and the reason why I asked that is because, you know that I recently, in the last, I think we've been together almost 8 months now. But in the last, say 6 months, right? Those first 2 or 3 months be kind of shaky. You don't really know what's going on. But I had asked the Lord for something that I didn't realize, right, that I wanted in a man. I wasn't so much wanting a sanctified, saved man. I wanted somebody that reverenced God, right, and that believed in Yeshua HaMashiach as the Lord and Savior, right? I believed in that. Something I wanted. Am I got feedback? What's going on?
No. That was me. Go ahead.
Okay. Because I was like, what is that? Okay, so what was important to me though is that he loved his mother. He loved God, right? And he had a good relationship with his family. If I can say that, like that was important to me because I had dated so many men with broken relationships with their parents and their siblings and all that stuff that it just really bothered me that they couldn't hold on to relationships. I think those relationships are foundational. So if you don't get along with your brother and sister and you hate your mama and all this stuff, then you're not going to love your woman, right? It's just not going to happen. You're just not good at, those foundational relationships are broken, right?
That's good.
It's important to me. And then I wanted him to be a communicator. And I wanted him to understand loyalty.
Okay.
Right. So, and I had a whole list of things, like 27 things.
Right. So let's talk about that loyalty right there. Because, that definitely hit on. Because a lot of men be like, I'm loyal. Yeah, you may be loyal to your homies, but you may not be loyal to me.
And loyalty and fidelity is something totally different.
Right.
Loyalty and fidelity is different.
You may be loyal to yourself, but that don't mean you're loyal to what we're building.
That's right.
That's deep right there.
Right. And so I'm the kind of person, I'm loyal to a fault, right? Like I'm loyal. And I know that I am. And I have to manage that because I am loyal to a fault. And so I don't want somebody that doesn't understand that loyalty means commitment to what we have going on. That means, and more importantly than anything in this world to me, is behind my back, you still down.
You know what I'm saying?
When the women is in them DMs, you still down. When them exes is calling, you still down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that loyal.
When you mad at me, you still down. When you mad at me, you not sliding up. Oh, I'm just telling your ex, I'm just thinking about you, because you mad at me. Like that's not loyal.
No, right? That's not loyal.
That's not loyalty, and I need him to understand loyalty. So that was my big thing. And so in dating, when we're looking for these people, and you're dating and all this stuff, I don't know. I don't think I dated. I'm not a good dater.
Let's talk about that. So
I suck at dating.
Listen,
I get to liking one person, like I'm good.
Man, I like you. Come on, let's go. Like, why we?
Hey, what are we doing? Like, I met you till we go together. Like, I don't have that in between.
Mary, you know what I'm saying?
Already, like, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this.
Right on.
I'm be real and say what's on my heart. Man, listen. And it's a problem because, and then we haven't even got into the church world. That's a whole nother level of why we don't, as women, know how to date. Okay. Then on top of that, let you be a single mother or father. You don't know how to date either, because why? What you will be willing to accept as an individual is different from what you have to accept as a parent, with children in the home. That's a totally different thing.
Right.
So women, and I'm saying that to us, we have to take a step back and really understand what it means to date. Dating does not necessarily mean you're sleeping with somebody. Now we can go biblical we want to, but right now we go really be practical. It doesn't mean you're... Oh, okay. Dating does not mean that you're sleeping with somebody.
All right.
Dating means you're communicating with them to see if it's a possible potential mate. That what dating
that
is.
Is the Urban Jania definition of dating. Okay?
Yeah.
That is very accurate. Dating is just that. That means you're seeing other people. You possibly are talking. You guys are talking frequently. Dating is all about seeing if this person is a good match for you.
Yes. Yes.
Now, let me back up.
Absolutely.
The reason why the dating pool has piss in it is because everybody is dating in trauma. Okay? Everybody's hurt and broken and wounded. And going and finding, because we had come from broken homes, because we come from broken places, because our mamas and daddies left, because we was raised by crackheads, because of all these different crazy things that's happened in our lives. We got divorced and the wife cheated, the husband cheated, and Now we are out here, haven't taken time for ourselves. We don't know ourselves, and we done jumped into this dating pool, and now hurting people are hurting people.
Correct.
We're afraid of commitment. We don't know nothing about loyalty, right?
No.
And we're just out here. So people are getting hurt in the dating process.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even talking about relationships. You getting hurt in these people that you done mess with for 3-4 months or whatever. Like,
what's that? If you make it that far.
If you make it that far. And usually 3 months is a long time to date for grown people. Like, I know myself, and you probably got a good 15 days before I figure out. Yeah.
Listen, I done figured this thing out already.
And you and I talk about that. Like, you'll talk to somebody on the phone one time and be like, yeah, he's and I'm good, right? And so it's dating is literally going through the process of lending yourself enough to get to know someone, but not lending all of yourself, right?
Correct.
You got to leave something for the imagination, which I had to learn, because I was just like we talking, we go together. Like, what? We go together real bad. What are we doing? Right?
Yeah.
And so I said that to say that is why has twist in it. The dating pool has mustard color pee, because we don't know ourselves. We don't know what we want. And we out here sports fishing and just feeling our way around. And we might, fall into a relationship, some kind of stumble up on something, instead of being, here's a word, intentional. Here's the word.
So let's talk about that, because I would rather a man be straight up and honest with me.
Yeah.
And say, I am not looking for a relationship. I am not looking for a commitment. I just want to have a casual thing in good time. Or I'm looking for a specific type of image, characteristics, boom, boom, boom. And if you don't have 1, 2, 3, I don't want nothing else about you. Like, I'd rather you just be upfront with that than waste time. Because at our adult age, ain't nobody got time to be wasting on absolutely nothing. So let's talk about intentional. Women, we got to be intentional too. If you know you want companionship, be careful though when you say that, because there'll be a companionship to you, right? And ship you somewhere you don't want to be found.
Hello. You gonna get them. You gonna get on a ship. I don't know if it's gonna be a companionship, but you will be on a ship.
Man, listen, you done took a journey, right? So be careful of that.
Okay.
But be intentional. If you're looking and you want to be married, then now you need to date with that intention.
Mm-hmm.
Don't waste time. But even in that, it's so crazy because we got to keep saying but. You have to be patient in this process called dating. Because unless he's ready and you ready and everything will line up, then let's go, man. We ain't got to take us a couple months. Let's go. But it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes it's a process of you shedding, he's shedding, and it's still mending together. And you still got to be okay with that, because we can get into this midlife crisis type of thing and desperate and lose ourselves in the process of it should be fun. It should be fun dating. Now, I think sometimes it's exhausting.
It is.
Because I'll be like, dang, did I tell you? Or did I tell?
Right.
Did I tell?
That part.
Forget it. I'm going to say it again.
That part.
Forget it. I'm going to say it again. My thing is, you're listening to what they are saying, but a lot of times not what they are not saying.
Yes, Miss Betty.
Right.
Yes, Miss Betty. Yes. Because
right there,
yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Because I used to have a saying: listen to what people do and not what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Janelle, I'm your friend. You my girl. I love you, sis. I love you, sis. I love you, sis.
Right.
You need me. I'm never there, sis. Never there, sis. Never there, sis.
What? Right.
You my girl. You my girl. And that's the same thing with men.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you something about men that I know because I grew up with 5 of them. This right here, these two things right here, they'll say anything. Anything.
Anything you want to hear.
But guess what? Yeah. What they do on the follow-up end will let you know where you stand. Miss Betty said it right. Listen, if you listen to what they do, listen to what they do. Yeah, I want to be with you. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in you. Ain't took you on no dates. Don't call you back. Oh, yeah, I'm just busy. I just got a lot going on. Boy, we grown. And at this point, you probably getting some, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else. You got somebody, don't play with me, right? Yeah. Oh, no, I just work all the time. I'm exhausted. But let me tell you, if he wants somebody, he go listen. He gonna be like, look, I know I said I would be there.
Coming to me, or I'm coming to you. But either way it go, we're gonna be together.
A man, if he wants you, he gonna come get you. Bottom line, period. There is no excuses. We have got to stop making excuses for these men. I don't care if he done had his mama died, his cousin, his auntie, he done had a traumatic experience. Then he don't need to be dating if he can't get his life together, right? So, and I'm just saying on that foundational level, I'm not talking about just having some heartaches or whatever, but I'm talking about just cannot function in a relationship. He has no business dating, right? No. Because that man is never going to follow through with anything. And then you're going to be breadcrumbing. You're going to be so happy that he followed through with one thing. Ooh, he took me to
he takes me back. He takes me back. And then you don't hear from him.
He takes me back today. No.
Hercules. Get out of here.
Because men will tell us, well, baby, I'm really not looking for a relationship. I'm kind of just, I'm in a situation.
He got a good job and I can see myself.
All right. And let me tell you something. Some of them will take you out. Some of them will wine and dine you. Some of them will pay your bills. They will do all this for you and then turn around and say, but we're not together.
I never said I was with you.
I never said. I told you from the beginning that I didn't want to be in a relationship. And it's like, well, I'm here every weekend. You pay all my bills. Okay. You my friend and I love you and I want to, I'm going to take care of you. You my friend. I also pay Angela's bills, Tammy's bills. I pay daycare for Janae. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I do all of this. Like, what do you mean? And I think that's what we need to do is sit back and look, because there was a lot of times I can say for myself, I've done a little more dating than you have.
Yeah. I've been in
I can say for me
for a long time.
Right. For me, for internet, I can only speak for myself when I say this, that I have definitely looked at what a man said and what a man did, right? And did not listen to that underlining, because they you know, there's an underlining thing that you gotta hear what they're trying to tell you, right? Because a lot of times they're saying it without saying it.
Right.
They're saying it without saying it.
Yeah.
Like I was dating this one guy, he wasn't from here. And we started talking, and we didn't never have the conversation of that I remember, like, are you dating anybody else or whatever? Like it just kind of like organically became a thing that we were doing, blah, blah, blah. But he's not from here. Well, he was talking to somebody back in his hometown. They had an emotional relationship because they had never seen each other, right? And so with all this hanging out we doing and all this stuff and caught on ourselves trying to see where this is going, and we dating exclusively, he let me know, I don't want you messing with nobody else. But you got a whole emotional relationship with this other woman. Right. Come to find out another woman. So it's three of us in rotation. Now I'm probably in person, right? The other people they probably there when I'm not there, and then the other lady on the phone, right? Well, when he went back to his hometown, he went to go see the other woman. Now he mentioned the lady, talked to me about the lady, but he said they was friends, and how could they really talk when they were so many 100,000 miles away? Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But he sure did go see her. He sure did stay at her house.
Yeah.
You have to listen and like I'm asking questions at this point. Like, okay, who is she? What's up? What y'all
doing? Drop the nugget.
Hold you accountable.
Because if you really pay attention to patterns as well, men are strategic in what they do, very intentional of what they do. I was dating a guy, right? Man, and he's showing me like my grandma was saying, the white hat. Like he showed me a picture of his daughter going on prom and going on her outing with school, and her dressing look nice, and show me his son. I'm FaceTiming the son, having a conversation with the son via Facebook, FaceTiming and all this stuff, right? And he's showing me all this, I'm a good guy type of feel. And I'm like, this dude is very intentional. Oh, I'm finna go to the gym. I just came from the gym, blah, 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 blah. It's on surface, it sounds like just ideal, perfect, right? But I was like, no, this is a strategy that he does to suck women in, to make it seem like he's this wonderful person, so he can pick which one that's going to take this bait, and then I could just reel them in easy.
Right.
Because if it deceive you with this surface, you're never going to look behind that. And so I say that to women, when we start to acknowledge certain patterns of what's going on, first I had to say, Jania, is this you? Because you ain't really dated. You don't really be out there in the streets, right?
Yeah.
Is this you? You know, you've been with certain people for a very long time. You're not used to nobody else.
Right.
Is this you? But I'm like, no, my discernment, everything is telling me he's intentional, but the intent behind it, that right there, let's see if I hear from him. Nah, I ain't hearing from you, right? Because you got plenty of things that you're trying to pick off to see which one, and I'm probably fine. We got to see those strategies. I want to shift over a little bit. We're talking about dating. If y'all have any questions, please put it in. We will ask the questions. But I want to talk about in the church realm for a second. Okay. That we got to hit on. I feel like we do, because I was in that realm. I was the one. I don't know if anybody remember. But my first thing was, hey, how you doing? You go to church? Oh, never mind. You wouldn't hear from me again.
You're not giving yourself a chance. You're not giving yourself a chance.
that's when I was comfortable enough to even call myself trying to date. Because for years, I did absolutely nothing, not seen a man communicate with a man or nothing. But then when I started to, you go to church, no, I'm done.
So let me as a
And
minister,
the church did not teach me how to date.
That I was just about to say that.
And we
I was just about to say that.
We're not even getting on that. Come on, I'm going to get into it. We didn't even get on the minister, pastor, prophet, leader, teacher. We're not even in the fivefold or nothing. We're just talking about a young woman. At the time I had children, they did not teach me how to date. Truth be told, the pastor was reserving all the women in the sense, I guess. Right? Ain't no woman headed. But anyway,
that's what's happening with black women in church. Yeah, we still believe in the God our pastor.
They did not. We're taught as women. We're taught how to reserve ourselves. Don't be intimate with nobody, right? All you ain't got a man, so all your attention need to go to your children in the church or the pastor. All your resources to your children or the church first. I'm just saying, right? Then when you finally get a man and he like, whoa, you're saying the pastor's name too much. I'm telling you about myself. And I'm like, because at that time I was straight Bible and my pastor said, God said, the pastor said, the Bible said, the pastor said. And this man like, what's going on with you and your pastor? Nothing, that's my pastor. We all like that. Didn't know how cultured it was, right? Because it showed that's what it was. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying it's not hard. I pray it helps somebody. You can get so wrapped up into that world, this religious type of world, that once you get in a relationship with somebody, you think he's an absolute sinner because he is not at the church Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, Sunday 3 times. With you,
I'm gonna tell you,
like, gotta be simple.
I don't even want no church man. I'm not with that. I don't want no man at no church all the time busting the doors down. I ain't got nothing against those that got one. I did not want that. I'm talking about Anjanette. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about Anjanette. I wanted a man that loved God and that prayed. That's it.
I got you.
Because my last relationship, I was in ministry and I was on my husband about not being in church. My husband went to church with us on Sunday. And that was it. And I should have been all right with that. Right? Mm-hmm. But we get to the place where we want, we see so-and-so husband and he with her on Bible study and this and that. And I think our Christian women do themselves a disservice. By passing up a man because he ain't in church 24/7.
Well, we're not taught. We're really not taught on how to have a healthy relationship. Because at the same time, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Not he finds a church woman. He not finds a pastor. He doesn't find a prophet, evangelist, intercessor.
He finds a wife,
a motherboard.
When I get married,
you got a wife, a woman. So you got to deal with the woman in you, and that's who he really wants. At the end of the day, he wants a woman.
That's right.
Now, for me, because I'm in pastoral, because I have all these leadership positions, what I require now, real talk, is that you at least understand. You got to understand my role, my position. I understand as a woman and becoming a wife, some things is going to shift because now I have to cater to whatever you need to build because I'm a birther, right? And nurturer. So I understand that, right? I need you to understand. Because so many relationships I used to have, they cared everything about Jania, but the saved part of me did not want. They wanted the lustful, the natural, okay? The sensual, right? They wanted all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to understand that I might start prophesying or praying or whatever, You got to understand that element of me and be able to be okay with that. And okay, we cool, you know?
Right. And a lot of times, like when I used to be very open and vocal about being a minister, being a prophet and all this stuff, dudes would be like, oh no, oh no.
Man,
Oh
listen,
no,
I can't get past that.
And then
They
one
can't
dude
get
said,
past the
you a
fire
minister
starter
and
with
you,
me.
huh?
They can't even get past the fire starter. Most men, I hope y'all watching, can't get past the fire starter, let alone pastoral. I can't. Why be intimidated about a woman understanding of who she
Man,
is?
this a whole series, boy. You talk.
Why?
We just,
I don't understand what some men be intimidated on a woman that understands who she is and has her sound
those men are insecure. Those men are insecure. They're masking insecurity because a real man that's secure in who he is wants his woman to be who she is. That's his power.
Until that light gets too bright.
Not for a man that's secure in who he is. Because some men can see it. Like, so I can't say his name, but he used to tell me, you're a star, right? But he say, I don't want to be Miss Anjanette, Mr. Anjanette.
Right.
You're a star.
Right.
You're going to be, your name is going to be.
That's what I mean by until your light gets too bright.
He knew that about himself. And he was like, I don't want to share you with nobody. That's not my thing. I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to share you with anyone.
Yeah.
So when he was like, I don't want to share you with nobody, whatever, I'm like, okay, well, that's that. And I was thinking to myself, like, I'm not nobody. I'm not. But guess what? I'm on this show and I'm on other shows and I'm on, I got a prayer line that I'm doing now and I got stuff going on. And he saw that in me and he was saying, I can't. Now, Jay, on the other hand, is like, what we doing? What we got? Broken and restored? Jay is like,
we're gonna do this. We're gonna push you out there, baby.
My
woman a prophet. My woman a prophet.
Jay.
My woman be prophesying to me, my crew, my team over here got. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get somebody to celebrate you. Shoot, my team, I'm good, man. I can't wait to get with my woman. Man, you see my woman. See, that's when somebody's celebrating you, and that's what you want. You want to be celebrated as a woman, because guess what, man? When you celebrate your woman, when you the loudest one clapping behind your woman on that stage or taking them pictures,
I feel invincible. I feel like I can
listen, you can't tell me nothing because my man got me. Thank you for telling me I look good. My man told me that early, but I appreciate yours. Like, yours told me to have no merit because I've been told 10 times before I left the house. You know what I'm saying? Man, there's something about that, right? But we got to get it. I think the church needs to do absolute better in understanding for all those that's in there, because a lot of times women, if they haven't started in the church, they run too, because that's a safety net. Cool. Yeah. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, you don't want to be single for the rest of your life. Let's be real about that. You got to learn how to just have conversations with other people. How do you know? A lot of women don't know how to answer those questions that you asked in the beginning. What do you want? Why? Because you have not experienced enough men. Now, experience don't mean you slept with them. Experience don't mean that you did X, Y, and Z. That don't mean that. That means I communicated with different types of beings, mainly, and I understand maybe the alpha is a little aggressive for me. I would rather be with someone like a beta. Okay, the beta is a little too soft. Maybe let's do the middle. Like, you will understand that. I like to date a man that understands how to take care of home and provide. Okay, now, I do 50-50 because I want my control too. If that's what you want, then that's what but you won't understand.
And be honest. Once you get to know you can be honest about those things.
Yeah.
You can be honest about those. A lot of times that I did this dating and relationships, I didn't know me. I was kind of just feeling my way through stuff. And then I'm like, I don't even know if I like that. Like, I don't think I appreciate you doing that. But then, like, I don't know why. Like, what part of that in me is not okay, right? And I still, because I'm so, like, I'm still sometimes trying to figure out exactly, okay, am I okay with this, or does this is offensive, and this is why this is offensive, right? And then how to communicate that. And so, another thing about women in church, it's historical. But women in church, our pastor is subliminally our husband.
Yep.
We go to him. Let's just keep it way in the black church. Let's just keep it 100. We love our pastor, honey. We love him, and what he say is law. And sometimes what he say is law with our husbands, and that's wrong.
Let's talk about that, because majority of it's a woman's problem, but it doesn't start with women. It starts with the leadership, because most men, male pastors, either they stay single on purpose so they can manipulate all the women and control that dynamic, right? Or they're like that anyway, but they start and they project that narrative and that structure. And then a woman's like, okay, well, you be that so I can just be, and I can be comfortable because ain't nobody bothering me, nobody talking to me, blah. But low key, he hitting on stuff. So it's like, and all this other things. So it's sad, but it's literally the truth. That's the truth.
It's
but like our pastor, right? But Apostle Mitchell said, if your husband say don't go to church Sunday, you better not walk up in his church service. Because if he called me and tell me that he told you to stay home, I'm kicking you out and I'm sending you back home to your husband. Who does that?
Because because our apostle.
You get what I'm saying? Right? And I was like, what? When a woman said, don't put your pastor before your husband, and if your husband say, or this and this, then you listen to your, it took a minute, because I was in a ministry for over a decade, and that was the agenda, that was the strategy, it was always his voice, and he annihilated male voices in the relationship. It's a long story, but anyway, so I won't go into that. But it was like, but for real. So I understand how a woman can get caught up in that, because you go to the house of God for safety, but then you don't realize how handicapped you become.
And watch this. Go ahead. You become handicapped in what? Because I'm about to get you with something. And you become prey.
And pray.
Because I know way too many women that fall for the God said you my husband, you my wife. And they smash it. Brothers is coming to church, picking out who they want. I've seen it happen way too many times. They hit the whole front row. And you know what he's saying? God said you my husband. But don't tell nobody, because we in ministry and blah, 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 blah. But God said, and then now all of y'all in the front row, is sleeping with the same man, the drummer, the piano player, the minister, the deacon, or whoever. And all they do, I know way too many brothers that tell me church women are the easiest women to get. All you got to tell, they so naive that all you got to tell them is, oh, God said you my wife. I'm smashed.
I thank God, because I'm so from Chicago that none of that was attractive to me. No way. It was so fun. And then we ain't gonna get how they treat women with curves in the church. Man, please. I'm so from Chicago. None I dated was in church. They was halfway on the street corner. Right. Y'all kill me, nut. Y'all ain't got to.
And then that was me. Like,
I ain't got it for me. You know what I'm saying?
That was me. Like, I'm like, now the minister, the deacon, the whole little thing like that. Now I'm gonna get mine off the street and I'm gonna bring it in here. I'm bad like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be saved by the time I get through with him. But right now, he's straight off the phone, baby.
Okay, I sanctify my husband. No,
listen, I'm gonna sanctify my man.
But no, real talk, you're absolutely correct. And we're not even going to hit on men in the church, because they're not taught to refrain like women are. And then, like you said, they boom, boom, da, 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 throughout the church. because the pastor's doing it, the deacon's doing it, some other ministers do. They doing it, and then they see it. Especially musicians, they see what they see who dipping off of who.
Say, man, you
So
ever
they in the church dipping with each other, and there's no foundational structure. That's why a lot of men don't like to go into the church, because they like, oh hell, my wife ain't finna do. It's a whole ring. It's a whole ring up in this church. That's why a lot of men like, nah, I'd rather be, man, listen, I'm gonna sip my beer at home.
Right. And you know, like like I don't have a male here that is in the church, so I don't want to bash every man in the church. We're not doing that at all. We're not saying all of y'all are doing it, so don't get all in your, in your feelings. We just talking about those that are, and if you a hit dog, holler, and if the shoe fit, wear it, and if you hurt, say ouch. Because I know way too many men that go shopping at church. Now,
and married men.
I'm gonna tell you something that I've told people.
What you tell them?
Serious about dating? You serious? Somebody told Jay, because Jay real streetish, right? Jay.
Yeah.
Streetish.
Maybe
okay. I love it. Gangsta, Lord,
yeah.
I love it. Okay. Never mind. I love it. So Jay rough around the edges, right? And so somebody told Jay, like, you need a saved woman. You need a woman in your life that is like, you need a church girl. You need a wholesome girl. I don't know about wholesome, but you need to bring somebody that can bring you in, because they need to be strong. They got a different strength. And what I say, if you really are looking for a woman in church, and you say, I'm gonna go to church and I want a woman, I say you got to get with the worshiper.
You telling secrets?
You got to get the worshiper. And I ain't talking about the worship leader. I'm talking about the one over in the corner.
Man, listen.
God. Stay in the room, brother. Stay in the room. The one with the real tears coming down her eyes. The one that is before God worshiping, and you like, right there. If you ready, right? Because let me tell you something. She gonna pray over you. She gonna speak life over you, and she is going to be able to be intimate in ways that you have no understanding. Because she's already intimate with God.
Yes,
she's already intimate with God. That is her safe place, is to be intimate. So she gonna be intimate with you in a way that you have never been intimate with nobody if you gonna go shopping for real. You know what I mean? Right. But worshipers are intimate people. We are used to being intimate.
Absolutely.
But we also are the reason why some of us fall into sexual sin, because we are used to being intimate. And we get so enthralled into people and intimate conversations. It's easy for us. We have intimate conversations with God. So we have intimate conversations. Now I can actually touch you. I'm about to dig all in your soul.
Man,
I'm about to dig all in your soul. That's how we end up in sexual sin, because we are intimate on the flip side.
And to add, we desire that intimacy with a being.
Yes, we do.
Naturally.
Yes, we do.
Supernaturally.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Say that again, ma'am. Slow.
And we desire to be intimate with a being naturally, supernaturally.
Lord Jesus help.
Because the natural is not going to do it. But that supernatural connection that happens between two sparks of being. Ooh, sha-na-na-na.
And that's why you go to church and find you a woman right there.
So let's get to our last question. We're not going to hold everybody. If y'all have some questions, please post it below. But we didn't ask this one question. So say you're in a relationship. And now we got to talk about being intimate. Because listen. Unless you're saving yourself, right? We're not going to get into the biblical or nothing like that. This ain't this show today.
This ain't that. So
we'll pull out the Bible another time, right? Come on, Firestarter. All right. Say you in a relationship with someone. How often do you be intimate with them? me, pick me. Okay, go ahead and answer the question. How often?
Since you asked the question,
yeah,
I got a question to follow up after this. But
okay,
since you asked the question, every day that ends in Y. Every day that ends in Y.
Not like the Britons, all the even days. Not we can't just do it the even days.
Every day.
Monday,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and a lot on Saturday, and a lot on Sunday morning for church.
Hey, early riser.
Hallelujah.
Late night out.
It help you with your worship.
Hey.
Every day will end in Y. That's what I say. So real talk. If you in a committed relationship, I think with all the working and all the everything everybody has to do and getting the kids and everything, I think 3 to 4 times a week is a good,
it's a good healthy
relationship. Good
healthy yes, ma'am, Anjanette.
Right.
You want to have a good healthy relationship, and I think one time we need to do like a real serious conversation in that. Maybe we'll do it on another platform or whatever. But I would love to have a real sex conversation with some women, because I think that's a whole nother issue with women not being
do that and broken and restored, because I got the platform for that.
Okay, we're doing a
private Zoom. You're gonna put it together.
Do a private Zoom.
Have a private Zoom
together, and we're gonna have some serious conversation.
Y'all gonna let Auntie Anjanette teach y'all some stuff.
Katrina, she too happy. I'm gonna really help y'all, and she gonna expose you, okay? But not expose you to the world. I'm just saying. But real talk. In the name of listen, we're gonna have healthy sexual relationships or interactions with our spouse.
Absolutely.
They don't want you to just pray for them. They want you to get on your knees for some other reasons, and you don't even know what you're doing.
You gotta talk.
You don't even know what you're doing.
You gotta know what you're doing.
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure. I'm so serious, and you know
we're gonna make sure you ready.
We're gonna make sure you ready.
We want
emotionally whole, healed, and sex. I'm gonna say it again. Emotionally whole, healed, and sexy. Because a man don't want none in their bedroom.
Thank you. Listen, I want all our husbands to be sitting up like this here in church. Y'all don't know what this fool is doing to me. I want him to be like this. I want him to be like this.
Happy. He ain't even worried about Sister Wallerman over there fake shouting in her sundress. He ain't even looking. You feel me? He ain't even looking. Ain't nothing in his being even standing at attention because of what you did early. Somebody say early.
Early in the morning.
Early Sunday morning. You feel me?
Bless the mic. That girl done bless the mic early in the morning. She done bless the mic.
Because if you was anything like me, once again, especially being in church so much, ain't nobody talking about that. Either you're being pimped out, perverse, but you're not taught how to have healthy relationship. The bedroom is early. Come on now, talk to him, brother. The bedroom is undefiled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna have safe place.
Yeah,
so we can talk.
That's a good idea.
We can have a good time, and all that good stuff.
And let TT teach you something. Learn you. Let TT learn you.
Okay, sit down, baby. Sit down and learn.
TT learn you. Look, I might even put my little old lady hat on and stuff, my little wig, my little costume, so I can be Auntie say, so y'all don't have to worry about it. Let Auntie talk as nasty as she wants to, and y'all be all right.
I know we having a joke and we having a good time. And
no, but that's real. We're gonna do that.
I want a woman to feel comfortable in her being. Listen, I gained and I really need to lose 100 pounds. I know y'all just think it's just Yeah, it's banging over here. Okay, banging on the one. Banging on the one.
Hey.
Okay, I'm just saying. But at the same time, listen, you're gonna get all this work. I'm gonna be comfortable in my skin, and we got to, because when you're comfortable, have y'all ever seen a 300, 400 pound and that woman, boom, boom, you hear the bongos playing behind that thing when she walking, confidence. It don't matter if you 110 pounds, but you gotta be confident in what you're doing. Sex, talk, wine, and TT. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be more confident.
TT gonna
If
learn
you want to start dating, you have to be comfortable in with you. And with you. Right. You have to be comfortable. And that starts with healing. That starts with acknowledging yourself. And then it's also start with having healthy conversations with the opposite sex. That don't mean you having sex. That means I'm getting to learn somebody else. And we got to do it.
All right, look, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I got questions. Okay. How long should a man wait before a woman has sex with him?
Oh, you saying that reverse? Ooh, that's a great question. That's a great question, because I think for most men, they concept of waiting is not like a woman's concept of waiting. They don't even understand the fact that you want to wait with them. They feel like you're withholding something from them that they can't conquer, and then they feel like it's a disrespect, so they will leave you alone versus going. Most men don't like the challenge anymore. Mm-hmm. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But for men, I think it's important for them to learn how to refrain themselves too as well. Yeah. Because it gives your body the energy and the nutrients and stuff that you need, the balance that you need, right? Instead of just sticking in anything that you feel, and then you gotta lose a part of yourself banging, out everything, turning every knob.
Because I'm gonna tell you, and it is the honest.
I should wait too, and not try to hit everything that they're dating, because the lie told that I'm dating, and this is for men. You're dating a lot of women, and I need to have sex with all these women too to see if I really like them. Mm-hmm. That is a lie told from the enemy. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to give it. When you love yourself, you're not giving yourself pieces of yourself to all these women. That's not when you love you and value you, right? That is not what you want to do. Is go here, go there, and like men are just way too easy. They are just way too easy. Like they are way too easy. And as far as like waiting, what do I say? I think it depends on the couple. Right. I think waiting initially is a good thing. Getting to know somebody, getting to know him, and kind of, knowing where they are, whatever. Bedroom is for it all.
That's true, but how long should a man wait? I think a weeks or months or whatever. I think that they should wait too. Especially, I think a man is willing to wait if he sees something different in that woman. And he does not want to mess it up, because men know sex.
He will value, if he value it, If he values her, absolutely.
He'll wait a couple months for that.
Mm-hmm. And I think so. I think also it's impressive to men that you aren't trying to give yourself to him right away, like especially now, because sex is just so easy for everybody. Men can go down the street and get it. Women can go down the street and get it. It's just too easy. People will give you, men will feed you before they screw you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get screwed with no rubber, but they won't give you a 2-piece and a pepper. Okay, it's like you can't get church chicken on a Tuesday, but they will screw you with no protection. Like right, and they don't know you like that, right? And so it's like, I think for men, it depends on the couple, and they should wait. They should want to wait. But then there needs to be like, okay, do you wait 6 months? And then if you are waiting, what's that time frame and what are you trying to get to know this person, right? Hanging out with them. That's right. And being comfortable in your own skin. And hanging out with them. and getting to know them as a woman, because then you might look at her and you might get to know her 60 days down the line and you like, I don't even like her, and she trifling and she don't bathe. You know what I mean? You're gonna find out something, you're gonna be like, I'm glad I didn't mess with her, and she crazy. You know what I mean? But you don't know because you jumping right in with people and that you don't know. And so I think, I think a rule of thumb for everybody just to really get to know each other, 60, 90 days.
But for men too, since you asked that, for men will wait on that one, but still be hitting these other ones. That don't necessarily mean they be waiting.
You know what?
I can't speak for all
that's
men.
The rule of the game. There's nothing we can do about that because men are very hitting others. Huh?
We're not speaking for all men, but some will absolutely reserve you and trash everything else.
That's the game. We gotta charge that to the game. We can't hate the player. We gotta hate the player. That's the game. You know what I mean? Now, men are funny creatures. If he like you, because men will wait 3-4 months, hit it and never talk to you again. Because it was a conquer thing. Like, what is that about? I had a man pursue me for a year and some, and I'm talking like date. Pursue me. Now it wasn't that happened and he left me alone, but he's just curious about what it was like to be with me. And after 2 months of that, he was like, yeah, this is nice, but wasn't what I was thinking. I'm like, what? So men are funny creatures, and I think
they are.
I think for that they just need to have their own conversation. Open conversation about.
So let's talk about this, because this is my frustration with certain men.
Okay.
They will expect you to be what is found, a wife, but will not do husband duties. I'm gonna say it again.
That's our
They
fault.
will expect you to have all of the attributes of their mama and them and a wife before they even do anything, but they will not give that equalness to you. That frustrates me with some men, and I hope I'm being clear what I'm saying. Like, why do men do that? And I think we definitely need to ask some men their questions, because they expected you to clean the house, feed the kids, cook from scratch, everything they grandmama and them did.
Right.
And bust it wide open, baby. Turn it out. We can bust it. They expect you to walk around with some heels and some thongs and it's smelling good and and get out here and work and do everything else, right? But then they won't buy no tissue. You know what I'm saying? Like, they expect you to.
So that's our fault, though. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they set a standard for us and we didn't set that standard for them. So what is the consequence, right? So, because, again, this is church women. We are raised, right, to cater to a man, to love him, to be with him, to whatever, right? We are raised to be like that grandma, be like 2 pieces of the pepper, be like that grandma, be like whoever, right? We need to have that same standard for them. So when he wants a wife, he wants you to cook, clean, you need to be saying, okay, here's the light bill, here's the water bill, here's the rent. Because I don't clean up and you're not doing nothing. I'm not your mama. I'm your woman. I'm not your grandma. I'm not your auntie. I'm your woman. This goes both ways. And what happens is we get a man and we cater to him. Let me raise my hand real high so I already talked to myself. Hold on. We get a man and we cater to him.
Yeah.
We mother him. We nurture him.
Yeah.
And we don't have a requirement for him to do nothing but be there with us. We'd be so happy to find a man. I'm talking about our good saved women. We be so happy to find somebody that we can even entertain, that God allows us to even entertain. We be so happy about it. We forget to set the standard. And so now we're not setting the standard, and I like, because they'll tell you what they like. I like a woman that da. I like a woman that
working on the handstand.
I like a woman that cook every night. Okay, and I like a man to pay bills every month. How about that? I like a man to take out the trash. I like a man to clean my car. I like a man to do stuff that men do, right?
Right.
But also, let me tell you something else. We're not dating men. We're dating males.
Talk about it.
Hold on. Let me raise my hand. We're not dating men, because when you're dating men, it ain't no, what am I supposed to do with this? They're gonna provide. They're gonna protect you. You're innately wanting to do things. Like, girl, I can't wait till Jay come. Woo! Child. Because you're not when you have to tell a man, can you clean my car out? You cleaned your car and didn't clean mine.
Man,
you know, why is the trash smelling when I get to the front door when I'm coming home from work? Why can't you get your underwear and stuff? Have you washed our clothes? Like, when you have to ask a man these type of things, that's not a man.
Yeah.
That's a male. He has male genitalia. That's all. He's not a man. Because men come in and they take the load off of your life. They make your life easier.
Man, listen.
Now,
I can't wait. I can't wait.
But I think that's the answer to that question. We need to set the standard back. Like, one, we're not dealing with men. But two, we won't even have that problem when we dealing with men.
Now, we got to go back to knowing yourself, being confident in yourself, and confident in saying, I do not pump my own gas. And while you pumping it, go ahead and make sure it's paid for too. I don't do that. That's not what I do.
I don't pump gas. I don't open doors. Now, I might forget because I'm talking and I might grab the door.
I might open my door to get out the car, but when we go in this building, I'm expecting, right? It's certain things. And we got to say that with confidence, and then don't worry about what backlash may happen on you, bougie. What I guess I am. I remember I was called something else.
I've been called that. I've been called bougie. I've been told I'm too hard to date. I'm too expensive. I've been told all of that, and I'm really not none of that.
Real talk.
I'm really not none of that. What you're not gonna do is be with me. Yeah, you know what you're not gonna do is be with me, and you think I'm gonna pump some gas. You tripping?
No.
And then I met this one dude. He said, what he said? How did he put it? Oh, I thought you was Miss Independent. I said, I'm not. I don't know who told you that. I'm interdependent.
Don't cuss at me.
I'm interdependent. Look, don't call me
that until I'm running you and telling you X, Y, Z. You don't want a man. You gonna.
No, I'm interdependent. I'm interdependent. Right?
Absolutely.
Don't cuss me like that. Oh, you an independent woman. I'm not.
Nope.
I need you. I need you to pump this gas. I need you to do things that men do.
Relieve this pressure that's on my shoulders.
Come on. Listen.
1, 2, or 3 bills. Here you go. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
I was really prepared. Amen.
Yeah, right.
Amen.
Right. Listen, y'all. What time? Listen. Are we gonna go 15 more minutes? Or we done? Because listen.
Okay, you got any more questions?
I do. I got plenty.
All right, let's hit it.
What you think what do you think is most important? Trust or love?
So that is great. I'm gonna say it like I'm gonna say it. We having a conversation. Ain't nobody here. It's just me and you. It's just me and you,
baby. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So I'm gonna say this, and it's probably sound rude or harsh, but I'm kind of serious a little bit. I've never been married. I believe I'm at the age where most people have been married and divorced. And usually they say the first time you get married for love. The second time you get married for economic structure or stability and all this other stuff. I'm at that age because I loved a lot of people that did not love me properly. I held on and lingered to people that absolutely, I gave my body to people still because of familiarity. And they had nothing for me. I got nothing out of it, truthfully, right? So, yes, I want to love whoever I'm married to, but I can't marry you for love only. Because my love or our love for each other is not going to keep these lights on. Our love for each other is not going to put food on the table. It's not going to pay a bill. It's not going to keep the car running. It's not going to do that. I'm going to love the structure that you're providing for me. And I'm going to love the safety that you're going to give me. So it's a little different because I can find love in tall, dark, meaty, muscular, handsome, swagged out, sexy, bald with a beard. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the beard. Okay? I can fall in love with all of that. How he talked to me, hold me, right. And everything. You know, baby, come on over here with all that juiciness.
Yeah,
you know
all that.
I rub my back and shoulders and hands. I can fall in love with all of that masculinity. But if you're doing that to everybody else, what is that going to do for me? So we got to go beyond love, real talk. Because at the end of the day, we're going to love each other in a tent. I love him. In a tent. When you could have no. So you got to do more than love.
So for me. we were talking about my co-write is Jay. He asked me a whole bunch of questions, had me write down some stuff. I asked him questions. He just flew them out, girl. He was just throwing them out there. So love or trust? I think if you love someone, you got to trust them, right? Yeah. And what men need to understand when y'all see this live is that trusting you is paramount to your relationship. If your woman trusts you, she will give you her life. She will help you with your dream. If she trusts you with her children, with her future, submission is no problem. If she trusts you with her heart, with everything in her, that to me, that's the cornerstone of everything is trust. Without trust, I can't, without me trusting you, I can't, the love is fractured, right? Because I can be attracted to you and but I don't trust you. Yeah. I don't trust you as far as I can see you. Right. And so I think love, right? I love you. And in order for me to love you, I got to trust you. But then trust builds me deeper in love. I'm able to do things that I've never thought possible because I trust you. Yes. And then the spinoff to that is, can trust be rebuilt once it's broken?
I think it can if there is major, accountability behind the distrust. First, you have to understand where the distrust happened. What was the miscommunication in it, right? So saying, okay, we agreed on this, but in your back of your mind, you really wasn't committed to that agreement. I trust what you said that you was agreement, but in reality, you wasn't, and you knew you wasn't. So you did something opposite, right? Now I cannot trust what you say, because when you say you're in agreement with me and I think we solid, I don't know if the back of your mind, you're going to be drifting on something else. But now every time you say something and we're in agreement about it, you follow through and there's no discourse behind it. Now I can trust you again. That trust can be built because now you're taking accountability and you're following through what exactly you said.
Right.
So it can be rebuilt. It takes time.
I absolutely agree with that. I think it takes a lot of work on both parts, but the person that did the person that did the offense needs to take full accountability for what they did. And then you need to find out where the disconnect was, right? So because there's expectation and there's agreement, right? Yeah. So I expect that you're not sleeping with anybody else because we're dating exclusively. But I want to but that's my expectation. And maybe I didn't say that. Maybe I didn't tell you that. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you just bumped your head. I don't know, right? But now that we've got an agreement, I got something to hold you to the fire.
Correct.
We're exclusive. That means translation.
We said.
I said, we said, you said. Yes. We're not sleeping with anyone else.
Right.
Because if you razzle, I'm a dazzle. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you razzle, I'm a dazzle. And that's just what it is. And the way I dazzle, you're going to be upset and listen. Mad at me. Okay? If you razzle, I'm a dazzle. So, what you say?
I said, your feelings going to be hurt.
Your feelings going to be hurt. And ain't no time frame as to when I dazzle, right? Because now I reserve the right to get my lick back. Okay, that's toxic. Don't get your lick back.
Yeah. Don't wrap it up.
Yeah. And rebuilding trust, I think when the person, whoever it is, has to rebuild trust, they have to get past all of the red flags or whatever you did, right? And you may have to do whatever you did again. But I mean, truthfully, like you may have to, I don't know, go to work and you screw somebody at work, right? And you gotta go to work again. It's hard.
Right.
That person that you broke their trust, it is so hard.
But you gotta understand, if you are not willing to let it go.
Right.
Let it go. Meaning in the relationship. Don't be in no relationship still talking about whatever that you gonna work, but you probably with such and such. Oh, you probably gonna let me check your phone. Hey man, listen, ain't nobody got time for that. No,
ain't nobody got time for that. If you're gonna like,
if I don't trust you, I don't trust you, and I'm letting it go. Right. If I cannot move forward anymore. Because at this point, everything is broken.
Right.
Your loyalty, your words, everything. I need to let it go. Ain't no sense to even trying. Because sometimes you're so broken from that person, you can't even hear anything.
Right. You can't even hear. And then like that person has to do some serious changing their ways and being accountable for whatever they did. Right. And just like being accountable. Hey, I'm finna go do this. Hey, I'm with so-and-so, yada, yada. Call them on FaceTime. Make sure they know where you at. You got to rebuild that trust.
You have to affirm that person.
You got to rebuild that trust. You got to affirm.
Yep. You have to reassure that it's not like whatever.
You got to.
But it's still hard. But once again, if you cannot let it go, it's okay. Let it go. I'm sorry. I cannot.
I said that today on TikTok. I said, if somebody is rebuilding your trust, right? And then they like do something and then like you can't trust them again, man, eventually like let that go. Like they don't deserve you because you got like trust is paramount. That is the foundation of your relationship. And if you break that trust and then you cool with just breaking it over again, like you're not ready for no relationship. No. Like you need to go.
Because there's a difference between it's a crack and it's shattered.
Right.
And some people stay in it knowing it's shattered. Knowing that the repairing to this is just so bad. And then unless they're both willing to do the work, let it go.
Let it go. That's what we're going to say. So listen, we're going to recap real quick. Dating is when you are dating to get to know people and to see if they're a potential mate for you. One of the very foundations of dating is to know yourself and know exactly what you want and what you're looking for. In dating in the church world, you need to be intentional. We're just talking about saved folk. If you're not saved, please still be intentional so we can clean up some of the piss that's in the pool. Okay. Be intentional about who you are, what you want, and who you want to date. And because you're dating multiple people does not mean you're sleeping with everybody. And you need to know who you are, what your boundaries are, what your non-negotiables are going into a dating situation. You are not having to date, like you're not in a relationship until you say you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter what somebody says, right? What they say and what they do is two different things, right? Yes. Make sure you have an agreement that you are in a relationship. Yes. Not a companionship, not a situationship, not a friendship with benefitship, none of that. Right. I'm with you, you're with me. I want to give you myself. I want to build with you. I want a life with you, whatever that looks like, right? We got to get rid of this gray area stuff. And so this is what this conversation is about. If you are in the San Antonio area, June the 6th, shameless plug, but it's my sister, June the 6th at Midtown, there is a conversation for the San Antonio and surrounding areas. Tasha Green is putting on Talk to Me Tuesday, and it is in reference to situationships. Because the dating pool, we're talking about it locally here in San Antonio. I'm really excited about it. It's at Midtown. Look up Tasha Green on all social media platforms. I am Tasha Green Say the Whole Thing is on IG. Tasha Green on Facebook. Look her up. She's got the flyer going. It's gonna be a hot topic. Okay, this is Tuesday. Talk to Me Tuesday. If you are in the San Antonio area, Austin, San Marcos, New Braunfels, y'all check it out. It's going to be a hot night and crowd participation, so it's going to be awesome. I just want to do that little plug right there. She ain't even on here, but I guess she'll see it. Tag Tasha for me, so that she can see it. And then, so y'all do that. Listen. This has been another edition of Speaks, the real, the raw, and the inspiring. Do me a favor, go on the YouTube channel, Anjanette Speaks, YouTube page, and follow and subscribe, and then go to Endure Entertainment, YouTube, Facebook page, follow and subscribe, y'all. Share the content. Listen, this has been a great night. Next week, we're doing the same thing. We're going to talk about it. We got questions. If y'all got questions,
put them in the chat.
Inbox either one of us.
Yes.
Inbox us the questions. We ain't scared over here. We're going to talk about what we need to talk about. And we're going to do it the way clean entertainment can do it, honey. Yes. We're going to push the limit because that's what I do. Look, that's what I do. I'm pushing the limit, right? Yes, but I think it's been a great conversation. I hope that whoever joined us today was helped by something that we said that would change the dynamic in your area. And you get to know who you are because you deserve to be with somebody. You deserve to be an amazing man to somebody. You deserve to be happy. Come on, women, you deserve amazing men. Thank you so much for joining me today. When you think of Endure Entertainment, think of clean entertainment. When you think of clean entertainment, think of Endure Entertainment. Thank you to the 5-starter for joining me. This is my unofficial co-host. This is my girl. Right. Y'all have an amazing night. Thank you for watching all over the world. We appreciate it. See you next week, 8 o'clock.
Bye.
Sunday, right here.